It started with a blip, a flicker on the satellite feed. There in the vast Pacific was an island that wasn't on any map. Then, just as quickly, it was gone. Experts dismissed it as an error, a trick of the light, perhaps. But not everyone was convinced. The images had fallen into the hands of a private research group. They saw not a glitch, but a mystery waiting to be solved. This wasn't just any island. This was a disappearing act on a grand scale, and they were determined to find out why. The leader was Emily Carter, a seasoned explorer with a thirst for the unknown. She had spent years traversing the most remote corners of the world, from the icy tundras of the Arctic to the dense jungles of the Amazon. Her reputation as a fearless adventurer was well earned, and her leadership skills were unparalleled. Emily's passion for discovery was infectious, inspiring those around her to push their limits and embrace the unknown. Her eyes sparkled with the thrill of the chase. Every new challenge was an opportunity for her to learn and grow, and she approached each expedition with boundless enthusiasm. Emily's adventurous spirit was matched only by her keen intellect, making her a formidable leader in any situation. By her side was Dr. James Lee, a marine biologist with a quiet intensity. His calm demeanor and analytical mind made him the perfect complement to Emily's fiery passion. Dr. Lee had dedicated his life to studying the mysteries of the ocean, and his expertise was invaluable to the team. He was driven by a deep curiosity about the natural world and a desire to uncover its hidden secrets. He saw the island as a potential treasure trove of undiscovered life. The possibility of finding new species and understanding the island's unique ecosystem fueled his determination. Dr. Lee's meticulous approach to research ensured that no detail was overlooked, and his findings often led to groundbreaking discoveries. Completing their team was Alex Walker, a tech whiz with a knack for building the impossible. Alex's innovative mind and technical skills were crucial to the success of their mission. He had a talent for creating cutting-edge gadgets and equipment that allowed the team to navigate and explore even the most challenging environments. He relished the challenge of tracking the elusive landmass. Alex's expertise in technology and engineering made him an indispensable member of the team. His ability to solve complex problems and develop ingenious solutions ensured that the team was always prepared for whatever obstacles they might encounter. They were a mismatched bunch, united by their curiosity. Despite their different backgrounds and areas of expertise, they shared a common goal: to explore the unknown and uncover the secrets of the mysterious island. Their diverse skills and perspectives made them a formidable team, capable of overcoming any challenge that came their way. This island, this ghost in the ocean, called to something deep within them. It was a place shrouded in mystery and legend, and its allure was impossible to resist. The island's haunting beauty and enigmatic presence captivated their imaginations, driving them to embark on this daring expedition. They were ready to answer its call. With their combined skills and unwavering determination, the team set out on their journey, prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The adventure of a lifetime awaited them, and they were eager to uncover the island's secrets and make their mark on the world of exploration. The team gathered at a secluded dock, their ship, the Aurora, bobbing gently in the water. The Aurora was no luxury yacht. She was a sturdy vessel refitted for this unique expedition. Alex had transformed the ship's hold into a high-tech command center. Screens glowed with data charting their course through the vast emptiness of the Pacific. Emily oversaw the loading of supplies. Months at sea required careful planning. James meticulously checked his equipment, eager to unravel the secrets the island might hold. Anticipation hung thick in the air. A mixture of excitement and trepidation. The unknown awaited. The Aurora sliced through the waves, leaving civilization far behind. Days turned into weeks. The vastness of the ocean both humbling and daunting. James spent hours studying marine life, his excitement growing with each passing day. The waters they traversed were teeming with unusual species. Alex, hunched over his monitors, tracked every blip and anomaly. He was chasing ghosts, searching for a pattern in the random. Meanwhile, Emily, with a captain's steady hand, kept them on course. She knew the sea's capricious nature, its beauty masking a latent power. Section 5. The Storm. One evening, the sky turned a bruised purple. The horizon, once a serene canvas of blues and oranges, now looked like a battlefield of colors. The air grew heavy, laden with the promise of chaos. Birds, sensing the impending turmoil, took flight, their silhouettes stark against the darkening sky. The wind, once a gentle caress, became a raging beast. It howled through the rigging, a banshee's wail that sent shivers down the spine. Trees on the distant shore bent and swayed, their branches snapping like brittle twigs. The sea, too, responded to the wind's fury, its surface churning and frothing. A storm, sudden and violent, descended upon the Aurora. The ship, sturdy and reliable, now seemed like a mere toy in the hands of an angry child. Lightning split the sky, illuminating the scene in brief blinding flashes. Thunder followed, a deafening roar that seemed to shake the very core of the vessel. Waves, like towering monsters, crashed against the ship. Each impact was a bone-jarring jolt, a reminder of the ocean's immense power. The crew clung to whatever they could find, their knuckles white with the effort. The deck was awash with seawater, making every step a treacherous endeavor. The roar of the wind drowned out all other sounds. It was a constant, unrelenting force, a wall of noise that seemed to press in from all sides. Communication became impossible, each shout lost to the tempest. The ship's timbers groaned and creaked, adding to the cacophony. James secured his equipment, his face grim. Every movement was deliberate, every action a fight against the storm's relentless assault. His eyes, usually so full of life, were now focused and intense, reflecting the gravity of the situation. He knew that any mistake could be fatal. Alex fought to keep their systems online as the ship bucked and swayed. The control panel flickered, its lights a chaotic dance in the dimness. Sweat poured down his face, mixing with the salt spray that permeated the air. His fingers flew over the controls, each adjustment a battle against the elements. Emily, her jaw set, battled the storm's fury. She moved with a purpose, her every action a testament to her resolve. The wind whipped her hair into a frenzy, but she paid it no mind. Her focus was on the task at hand, her determination unwavering. They were at the mercy of nature's raw power. The ship groaned and shuddered, each wave a new challenge to overcome. The crew worked in unison, a well-oiled machine in the face of adversity. Their survival depended on their ability to work together, to trust in each other's skills and instincts. The hours stretched on, a blur of wind, rain, and the relentless assault of the sea. Time lost all meaning, each minute an eternity. The storm showed no signs of abating, its fury seemingly endless. Yet amidst the chaos there was a sense of camaraderie, a bond forged in the crucible of the storm. As quickly as it began, the storm abated. The sun broke through the clouds, painting the sky in hues of gold and pink. And then, there it was. On the horizon, shrouded in mist, lay the island. It was more than just a speck of land. It was an emerald jewel, shimmering in the morning light. Excitement crackled through the Aurora. They had found it. The vanishing island. It was real. As they drew closer, the mist parted, revealing lush greenery and towering cliffs. Waterfalls cascaded down its sides, feeding into pristine beaches. It was a paradise, untouched and alluring. The Aurora dropped anchor, and the team prepared to go ashore. James, armed with nets and sample jars, could barely contain his eagerness. The island was a biologist's dream. Alex, his backpack laden with gadgets, scanned the island, his sensors picking up unusual energy readings. Emily, ever cautious, ensured their communication lines remained open. As they stepped onto the beach, a sense of awe washed over them. The air hummed with a strange energy. This was no ordinary island. They ventured deeper into the island's heart, following a winding path through dense vegetation. The air grew heavy, the silence broken only by the calls of unseen birds. James collected samples of exotic plants, his notebook filling with hurried scribbles. Alex's instruments beeped erratically, picking up fluctuations in the electromagnetic field. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the island began to shimmer. The ground beneath their feet vibrated with an unsettling hum. The light around them distorted, the air thickening. Before their disbelieving eyes, the island began to fade. They scrambled back to the beach, their hearts pounding. The sun was setting, casting long shadows on the sand, and the air was thick with tension. Each step felt like a race against time, as if the very ground beneath them might disappear at any moment. Emily barked orders, her voice tight with urgency. "Get to the dinghy, now!" she shouted, her eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of the island. Her mind raced with questions and possibilities, but there was no time to ponder. Every second counted. They piled into the waiting dinghy, their eyes glued to the spectacle before them. The island, once so solid and real, now seemed to shimmer and fade like a mirage. The water around it churned and bubbled, as if the sea itself was swallowing it whole. The island, their prize, their mystery, was vanishing. It was as if it had never existed, leaving behind only questions and a sense of loss. They had come so far, faced so many challenges, only to watch their goals slip away. They watched from the deck of the Aurora as the island blinked out of existence. The crew stood in stunned silence, their minds struggling to comprehend what they had just witnessed. It was a moment that would be etched into their memories forever. The sea stretched before them, empty and serene, as if nothing had been there. They had their answer. The island was real, and it was impossible. The calmness of the sea was a stark contrast to the turmoil in their hearts. They had seen the impossible, and it had changed them. But the biggest mystery remained. The questions that haunted them were far from answered. What had they really seen? Was it a trick of the light, a figment of their collective imagination, or something far more sinister? Where did it go, and why? The crew exchanged glances, each one searching for answers in the eyes of their comrades. The sense of camaraderie was strong, but so was the feeling of helplessness. They were explorers, adventurers, but this was beyond anything they had ever encountered. Emily turned the Aurora's bow towards home, her face a mask of determination. This wasn't the end. She knew that the mystery of the disappearing island would haunt her dreams, but it also fueled her resolve. There were answers out there, and she was determined to find them. It was only the beginning. The journey back home would be long, but it would give them time to plan, to prepare for the next adventure. The sea held many secrets, and they were just beginning to uncover them. The horizon was not an end, but a promise of new discoveries waiting to be made.